incredible and can move us in terms of lots of different ways, lots of different aspects of our life. When it comes to this may be my favorite thing that you have ever done.
And I've never, ever done this.
I am so excited for this. A 7-piece sacred oil set. Holiday priced at $59.95. We're gonna do the 4 flex payments, which means you can just split that up on your credit card, okay? So it makes it a little bit easier to get it home. But this is all about really giving you something. I think we're all familiar with essential oils, but what this is doing is giving you sacred oils. You're going to get, listen to this, 0.27 ounces of juniper oil, 0.27 ounces of lotus oil, 0.27 ounces of your is it Tai Tiang?
Fo Ti Tiang.
Oh, Fo Ti Tiang. And you're also gonna get 0.27 ounces of your myrrh oil. In addition to that, you're gonna get 0.27 ounces of your oil Banam oil, and then your palm oil, all included. And the gift set, I'm gonna just reach right in front of this and show you.
And Alice, these oils were actually documented on ancient papyrus. And when I was asked to display these at the Museum of Science and Industry, where we had the Field Museum, I mean, where we actually had our collection of the perfume. Nobody's ever had perfume in a museum before. But these are the oils that were documented on ancient papyrus, and each one corresponds to a chakra point. The juniper is calming to the body, and the olibanum heightens the sense of smell, so you're really at a heightened state. And smell is very important, and we don't really acknowledge it very much anymore.
What's really exciting about this is a limited edition.
I've not done this before.
Never done it before, and won't do it again. It's a limited edition that you're looking at right here. And this was actually commissioned. This was actually developed.
That's right, by the museum.
By a museum in Chicago.
Yes.
Who asked you to put something together that really brought out the feel of the King Tut
of the
exhibition.
The history of perfume, which is so important because it's 5,000 years we've been using perfume. And the Egyptians did not leave home without their perfume.
Very interesting. I mean, you know, when you think about the history of it, because I think we think of it as a modern phenomenon, but not at all.
And only royalty was allowed to use fragrance. So aren't we glad we're here?
Very glad. And what are we looking at right there?
He's the president of the museum. And that was when I had my collection there.
And this is the collection that was on display there that you have an opportunity to order right now for the very first time. Limited edition, $59.95. Let's talk about when it comes to oils, particularly, how do we use those differently than, say, an eau de parfum?
Well, an oil is highly concentrated, so it's going to last much longer than the eau de parfum. But as well, if you use these, and you'll read about them, it shows you that the spikenard stimulates psychic powers. Well, that would go on the temples and wherever else you'd like to have psychic powers.
And each one of these, I mean, if you have even ordered essential oils for the home, let me tell you what, they're so expensive because that concentration of oil is what it's all about. I mean, all fragrance, you know, starts as the oil, and then they either dilute it, water it down, make it a lighter, but this is the real deal, all 7 of these.
It is, and I'm holding the olibanum, which heightens your sense of smell. And it's just a very exciting ensemble of fragrances that we've not had before, and I'm really happy to share this with you. It really is an honor of my anniversary, which you've made possible, but also you'll enjoy the experience of each of these.
And each one of these is designed to do something different. I'd love to go through each and every one just personally and individually so you can really understand what you're getting here. But understand, limited edition, never seen before, only available in the past at the museum where these were on display, requested, commissioned by the museum to bring something in depth and special to a display
the
about
viewers, sure.
the history of perfume, and kind of explain a little bit about that connection with the Egyptian history as well.
The heritage and the history.
So let's go
behind
through.
pheromone.
Can we go through each fragrance?
Sure.
And talk about how each one works? And just as they say, a little dab will do you, right? Just a little touch, and that's
Well,
it.
Alice, you know I like to use lavishly perfume but a little goes a long way. But I started with the Olibatum, and that's the heightened sense of smell. And then the lotus is for the sweetness of woman. So that's any feminine part of you, which is where you'll put that. And the Foti Tiang is the sexual stimulant. And it's really a powerful scent. It really, you won't really understand the meaning of this until you use it. And people are afraid to say, what are you wearing?
In fact, this is the fragrance pyramid for the Foti Tiang. So it starts with your top notes, ylang ylang.
Ylang ylang, which is an aphrodisiac. And the osmanthus is there. The cassis absolute with a little carnation, and the amber, which is very sensual. The sandalwood. And these, you see, the base notes are really, really different.
And what does it mean when you have all of these different fragrances in terms of taking the top, the middle, the base? Does it add the different layers of fragrance? Does it make for a more complex fragrance?
Well, it actually is the way a fragrance is composed. It's like you're baking. You know, you need the certain things.
Right.
And this is
like
a part
the layers
of it.
Flavor.
And once the dry down occurs, then the middle note starts, and then after that, the base. The base here is really sensual.
So where would, let me tell you, the Foti Tiang, I've never smelled anything like it.
Isn't it just,
incredible.
It's wild.
It's absolutely so, it's so beautiful, but it's exotic. It almost has a feeling of excitement to it. It's beautiful.
It's a statement. Yeah.
Absolutely. So when I use an oil like this, do I put it only on pulse points?
Yeah, well,
to open it up?
That's what we should do with all perfume. But you can start at the bottom of your feet, the soles of your feet, which is a very warm and sensual part of your whole being. And well, and if you were to mix some of these together, Alice, you have just a combination of very, very sexy oils. And you feel the resin, they're substantial. It's not just a little alcohol. It's meaningful. And you can put these in your bath, and you might not want to come out of your tub.
Exactly. In fact, everybody else may want to come in because that smell
That's
is going
right.
to be
That's
so
right.
incredible.
It'll draw people to you without question. Without question.
The oils are available, again, a very limited edition, $59.95, commissioned by a museum. You have the first opportunity to own it outside of that museum. So a great time for us to share something. What a great gift this